Anybody with a dog, answer this question for me in the comments. Are you guys ever sleeping peacefully, having a great night's slumber, and it's about 2 or 3 in the morning and you get woken up to this? And then your dog just pukes all over the carpet? Or is that just me? Happened last night again with Buxton. I know why it happens, because when we go on a walk, he just eats sticks and grass and anything that he sees. And yes, it's gonna make him puke. And the more I tell him, the more he doesn't want to listen. Poor guy was puking his guts out this morning. Not really, it was just one hack, but I was not happy to get up and clean it. Alright, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video was actually kind of given to me by my friend. I knew I was going to do an Against the World today, and I was going to do a receiver, I just wasn't sure who. And then my buddy Tyler texted the group chat last night randomly and just said, is Keenan Allen a top 15 receiver? And it got me thinking, I don't know. There's only one way to find out, right? We got to do Keenan versus the world. Also, WyattzWorld Extra. Hopefully today, for surely by tomorrow, I'm going to have my top 10 most frustrating video game levels growing up. One quick thing before we head into the video, hop over to gfuel.com, use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products, and let's get into Keenan Allen versus the world. Okay, so we're not going to waste any time today. Those who watch these videos know exactly how they go, and I don't really need to explain it anymore. Before we start ranking against Keenan, though, let's look at his stats. So you guys can see he's been in the league a long time. This guy's a veteran. He came in 2013, and he's still playing well at an elite level in 2021. 2013, he came into the league, made a very good name for himself, throwing up 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. 2014, 15, and especially 16, he had a huge decline. 16, obviously, there was an injury, a lot of time missed. But then he bounced back in 2017, and he's been the same guy since then. The only bad thing with Keenan is that guy doesn't really score a ton of touchdowns. What you see with him here is what you're gonna get. And another thing about Keenan is he's basically a receptions guy. If you can look, he's getting 100 receptions, 100 receptions, 100 receptions, but not that many yards compared to most people, because you can see he's only averaging 10 yards a fucking rep. He's like Juju. But aside from those minor flaws, I think he's been decent, and why don't we go see how good he still is? Okay, so back at the tier list here, we are going to start off with Brandon Ayuk. Is he better or worse than Keenan? I don't necessarily think he's worse, but I wouldn't take him over Keenan. He's been in the league for 2 years, and he has done good when playing, but he's not always getting the same amount of attention. One day I hear that they hate him, one day I hear that they love him. Treat him like you treat Debo, man. He's a stud. Up next, we've got AJ Green. Absolutely not. He's washed. He didn't do bad this year. He almost got 1,000 yards, but he's old as shit, and he hasn't been the AJ Green in like 5 seasons. Up next, we've got AJ Brown. I would take him over Keenan Allen. That guy's a stud. I've always said it about him. He's got Tyreek Hill's legs and DK Metcalf's body. This guy is a weird looking dude, but he is so hard to get down, and he can come down with any pass thrown at him. You saw what Tannehill was doing with him when he came back. Moving on, we've got Allen Robinson. Oh, this is so difficult, man, because I love him, but this year was so piss poor. The skill's there, but I just couldn't think of a reason to take him over Keenan right now after this season. If he would have thrown up another dime, it wouldn't even be a question, but I can't do it right now. Missing 1 year, unfortunately, it can do a lot to a person too. We've seen it before. Moving on, we've got Amari Cooper. No, man, no. Close, he's very good, but he's way too spotty for me, and like I've said in a lot of other videos, you put him on any above average cornerback, he's getting nowhere. That, and it looks like CD is going to be their guy going forward. I've actually heard Amari Cooper trade rumors. Up next, I think that is St. Brown from the Lions. I'm not sure what he looks like without a helmet on, but it looks like a Lions jersey. He's good too, but he's not that good yet, or not good enough for me to take him over a guy like Keenan Allen. Moving on, we've got Marquez Callaway. No. I do want to point out Michael Thomas is not on this list, and I would take him over Keenan, though. He has missed a year, and like I said about A-Rob, it can do a lot. But I mean, dude, give him a little bit of credit here. As much as I hate the guy, if he's not hurt, he's putting up numbers, bro. Up next, we've got CeeDee Lamb. Yes. Dude, he's good. He's proven it to me that he is going to be really good for a long time. And I mean, I could be wrong. I could always be wrong. But if going forward, I had to pick between him and Keenan Allen, CD can do a lot more for your offense. Up next, we've got Chase Claypool. Jesus Christ. Absolutely not. Dude, he has not done that good. He's not a bad receiver, but Pittsburgh fans act like he's God. Last year, he caught 9 touchdowns. This year, he caught, what, 2? And I used to like him a lot, but I think he's kind of a douche. Up next, we've got Brandon Cooks. Yep. No matter where he goes, he is the same receiver. He is the same elite receiver. Jared Goff, Davis Mills, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, doesn't matter. You can throw me out there. That guy's throwing up 1,006 touchdowns. Up next, we've got Davante Adams. Simple. Moving on, we got Debo Samuel. I've apologized. I have apologized. I have apologized. He is good. He is better than Keenan. His thing is injuries, man. If he stays healthy, he is elite at everything he does. Up next, we've got Devonta Smith. Dude, underrated rookie season. He didn't do bad at all. I wouldn't take him over Keenan Allen yet, but I think he's going to be good going forward too. When you're playing on a team that's a constant roller coaster, as good as they did, and you have a receiver in your fucking class like Jamar Chase, it's pretty hard to get attention. After Devonta, we got Deontay Johnson. This might be a hot take, but I think I would take him over Keenan. I called that. I said he was the best, and I was laughed at. On the Steelers. Okay, he's the best on the Steelers, not in the league. Does he get hurt a lot? Yes, unfortunately, just like Debo. But much like the 49ers, when he plays, the Steelers offense is a completely different game. Moving on, we've got DJ Moore. Fuck yeah. He is good. He's a rock star, man. Sam Darnold sucks and he's trying to kill him. All right, moving on, we've got DK. Yes. He's a beast. He's one of the best. He's one of the biggest. He's one of the meanest. He's one of the baddest. He's like the Nick Chubb of receivers. Moving on, we've got Chris Godwin. This is a hard one for me. When given the proper attention, he is absolutely elite. But when he's, looked at as a fucking second or third wide receiver, he doesn't get the attention he deserves. Just because I've seen Keenan do it more, I'm going to take Keenan. Up next, we've got the clear-cut favorite here, Jamar Chase. That one we don't need to talk about. He's a beast. Next up, we've got Jarvis Landry. No. He's not bad, but I don't think he's a number one. Up next, we've got Julio. Dude, I can't do it anymore. I can't keep fighting this war. He's done. He's just old. He's an all-time great, but he's old as shit, man. It hurts to say it, but Julio's not that guy anymore. Up next, we've got Justin Jefferson. I think he's probably the third or fourth best receiver in football. Up next, we've got Kendrick Bourne. No. He's a douchebag, dude. He's a clown. Talking all that shit this year, posting on his Instagram stories. Hey, Kendrick, I'm glad it only took you 5 years to be somewhat relevant. Moving on, we've got Cooper Kupp. Yes, what? Demon. Moving on, we've got Hollywood Brown. No. Ain't consistent enough. Honestly, I don't think Lamar is consistent enough to make him consistent enough. Moving on, we've got Marvin Jones Jr. No. Guy's been a second, third string wide receiver ever since he started playing football. Up next, we got Big Mike, obviously. I've preached it too many times to count. You guys are probably annoyed of hearing it, but he's underrated for how good he is. Been the same great receiver ever since he came in the league, and he's just overlooked. Moving on to Odell Beckham, yes. I don't care if he tore his ACL for the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th time in a row. He has the talent. Given the targets, he is as good as anybody. Baker Mayfield tried to fuck his career. Up next, we got Michael Pittman Jr. I feel bad for this guy. He's great. I wouldn't take him over Keenan yet because it's very hard to build chemistry when you've been in the league for 3 years and you've had 3 different fucking quarterbacks. It's not fair, brother. He is good. He's going to be really good. I just want to see him play on a consistent team with a consistent quarterback. Up next, we've got Diggs, clearly. He's top 5 to me still. I saw a dumbass tweet yesterday that said he is needing a bounce back season. How are you supposed to bounce back from 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns? Answer me that. Moving on, we've got, is that T. Higgins? I think that's T. That's not Tyler Boyd. I wouldn't take T. Higgins over Keenan yet, but in a year I probably will. They have the same career outline so far. They play just like each other. At that point, it's a matter of age. Why would I want the old bull when I can have the young calf? I just got to see the young calf surpass the old bull. You know what I mean? Soon, T. Your time is coming. Moving on, we've got Scary Terry. Yes. Explosive, young, runs his routes perfectly. He is a dog. Kind of going through the same issue Pittman is, except he's been performing at a little bit of a higher standard. He doesn't have a consistent quarterback. Washington, help the man. Moving on, we've got Adam Thielen. All right, we made a new category. I've never done this before on a Versus the World, but Adam's in the safe place. I'm just not going to answer the question because I love him too much. You can't make me. Moving on, we got Jalen Waddle. Not yet, but soon. Much like Keenan, ton of receptions, not the most yards for it, but that guy is always open, man. It doesn't matter who you put on him. He is gonna get open. Moving on, we got Courtlin Sutton. No. He's good. He could be better, but he doesn't play enough. He's been hurt. His quarterbacks have not been the best. Not really all his fault, but I'm not taking him over Keenan. Moving on, we got Keenan's tag team partner, Mike Williams. It's neck and neck. I don't think I would do it, though, just because Mike is more of a deep threat. He's not as reliable as Keenan is when it comes to, getting open. He's more of a streak guy. He's a fucking beast at it, but I think Keenan's gonna be more of a asset right now. Up next, we've got Tyreek Hill. Yes, he's very good. And the last person on our list is Hunter Renfrow. No, he's not bad. He's underrated. I hope he continues to do well, but no. All right, and there you guys have it for Keenan Allen versus the world. If my math checks out right, counting Michael Thomas, who should be right here, I've got Keenan Allen at number 18. How do you guys think I did on that? I think that's pretty reasonable. I feel like this is a pretty solid list. Alright guys, and that's where we're going to stop for the day though. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you already know what to do. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, turn that bell on. I do my best to post on this channel every single day. If you guys want to follow any of my social medias or my second YouTube channel or my Twitch, all that info will be in the description of this video. With all that stuff being said, I'm going to hop off and get this shit edited so you guys can watch it on time. Don't forget to check out WyattzWorld Extra later. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and as always, I will see you in the next video.